What's good, Griff13 here back in today, and today I'm going to be bringing you guys information about the newest expansion pack for Forza Horizon 3. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I'm going to leave a link down in the description so you guys can go ahead and check it out, as well as a link to the trailer, which will just be below that, and the trailer is also going to be in the first link. So whichever one you guys click on, you guys are going to get to watch the trailer anyway, so it doesn't really matter to me if you click on it or not. You do you. So anyway, though, first up, this is either going to be the best thing or the worst thing for Forza Horizon 3, and that is because this is the Hot Wheels expansion pack. I don't know how I feel about it, but there are some really cool features and cool cars that are going to be coming that I'm really excited about, so we're going to have to see how this all goes. So, and it's going to be available on May 9th, which is going to be a Tuesday, for $20, or if you have the expansion pass, which is different from the season pass, guys. It also is part of the expansion pass, which also included Blizzard Mountain. So there is that. You can still buy the expansion pass for $35, but if you have Blizzard Mountain already, it's not worth it. So yeah, this expansion is similar to Blizzard Mountain in that it is another land expansion. And what's going to be really cool about this is that it's 6 differently themed islands just off the coast of Australia. Now, I'm not sure what the themes are, but there is going to be a mechanical dinosaur. There was talks about that, so who knows how that's going to work. As well, it looks like from the trailer that we might actually be able to drive to this one. It looks like it might be just off of Surfers Paradise, because it looks like in the trailer that you can see Surfers Paradise in the background. Which, if we can drive here, that is going to be so good, because I hate loading those dang loading screens. It gets annoying. It's annoying. It takes forever to get from Blizzard Mountain to the mainland. I don't like it. I would rather drive, because at least I can have fun driving or fast travel. So I don't know. It's either that or they're going to make us take a boat for like 50 feet, because it looks pretty damn close to Surfers Paradise. So yeah, I do hope that we get to drive. Now, it's not that I'm not a fan of Hot Wheels that I'm disappointed in this. It's that the fact that there are all the roads are going to be bright orange. If all the roads were like actual roadways, I might not have as big of a problem with this, but they're bright orange because it's supposed to look like a Hot Wheels test track. So, but I'm actually a big fan of Hot Wheels. In fact, I've probably spent $50 in my adult life on Hot Wheels cars, and how I end up spending this is I go to the grocery store and I look over, and you know, they occasionally have that little area where they got the batteries and the Pokemon cards and candy bars, and occasionally there'll also be Hot Wheels there, and I'll see a Hot Wheels car that I don't have, and I only buy cars that are actually real. So I'll be like, oh my gosh, an Aston Martin DB11, I don't have this, and I'll throw it in my cart. So now I've got an Aston Martin DB11 Hot Wheels car. Now, I actually don't have an Aston Martin DB11 Hot Wheels car, but I do have like a little bag of around 50 of them that I used to display in my room, but when I moved, I haven't put them back up yet, so they'll eventually find a home. I don't know when, but eventually they will. But the good news, though, about this being kind of test tracky is Forza is using this test track as a way to introduce a track builder into the game. Guys, there's seriously a track builder. This is going to be awesome. Everybody has been wanting a track builder in Forza for a long time. Something where we can build our own tracks, and all of the preparations will already be completed, so we don't have to, like, you know, do gravity or whatever or anything like that, or do any of the modeling, whatever. So I'm hoping that with these test tracks, people are going to be able to make like awesome drift sections or like drift circuits, kind of like Maple Valley or Fujimi Kaido. That would be awesome if somebody made a 10-mile like drift circuit where, you know, we can all just like go on it, just have a good time drifting. But there is some bad news to this. The way that they describe it, I'm going to read this to you. Let me find it right here. So, they describe it as the new stunt swap feature, where you will be able to rearrange stunt track pieces and then challenge your friends to try them. That's the bad news. Because what this sounds like is it sounds like it's going to be very similar to Blueprint. And if that's the case, it means that only 1 or 2 people can use it at a time. And that's not going to be fun. I want it so that we can have 16 people all on one track, all at the same time, because that would be awesome. having like a 16 car tandem. Although, is it 16? I don't know. Or is it 12? I think it might be 12 racers at a time. But having like all of us like, just doing a nice tandem drift right there, that would be super awesome. And I'm actually looking forward to see how this actually works. Because if they make it so that you can actually put it in, like maybe they make like a sandbox area, and you'll be able to like create a special race in the sandbox area, and you'll be able to drive up on your track, do some drifting, and then leave if you want to. That would be phenomenal. I would love that. That sounds like a great idea. Forza, do it. Forza, do it. And my pizza just preheated because I'm actually cooking right now. So if we get some really nice drifting areas out of this, I'd be very thankful. Hashtag skids. So, as well as the new land expansion, though, we're also going to be getting 10 brand new cars. First up, though, we have the 1969 Hot Wheels Twin Mill, which I can only describe as sort of like a Corvette-esque looking monstrosity with two Chevy 502 big block V8 engines with there's going to be huge blowers. I mean, absolutely huge. So huge, they produce bigly horsepower, somewhere in the range of around 1,400. Which is just absolutely insane, and just look at the thing. That's crazy looking. Next up, though, we have the Hot Wheels Boneshaker, which is sort of what I think of as a characteristic American hot rod. It looks very similar to a Ford 5-window truck hot rod with some unique vinyls on the side. Now, I can't remember, but I saw a picture of it before and had like a big skull on the front. I hope we can take that off because that sucks. I don't like that. That is just too tacky. That's too tacky. So, I would get rid of that immediately. Now, the version that's going to be in the game is going to be open top, which I'm kind of disappointed in as well. But it's not really a big deal, I guess. I would rather have a closed top, but the reason they're putting the open top on is so that you can see all the details on the inside. Like, they have a crossbone steering wheel, so I don't know. It's going to be interesting. Then we have the 2012 Hot Wheels Rip Rod, which should not be allowed in this game. Seriously, just look at this thing. This game is rated E for everyone. This car looks ridiculously similar to the male anatomy. I've seen more phallic things, or less phallic things, in Conan Exiles. Which, if you guys don't know about Conan Exiles, great game online. I don't actually have it, but I've been watching some Let's Plays of it, and it looks freaking awesome. If I had a good gaming PC, I would totally get it. But if you don't know, Conan Exiles allows you to be completely nude. So, there is that. But this car just looks ridiculously phallic. How did it even make it past Hot Wheels? Like, Hot Wheels is mostly for kids. I can imagine it now. There's like some guy sitting in a room, and he's like looking at this team, and he's like, guys, we need a new idea for a car. And some guy makes a joke, like, people make jokes at the office or at school, and he's like, how about with dick with wheels? And they just sort of roll with it. I don't know. It just doesn't look right to me. It just doesn't look right. It seriously looks like a dick with wheels. Next up, though, we have the 2005 Hot Wheels Ford Mustang, which I didn't even know they made this. I think this is actually a one-off car. But they did a 1:64 model die-cast scale, which is what Hot Wheels normally sized are. And I didn't even know they made this. I did know they made the Hot Wheels Camaro, which my dad really wanted for a long time. We actually went to the Columbus International Auto Show, which is basically just a local version of the New York International Auto Show. But they don't, like, reveal any cars or anything like that ever because it's a smaller show. But the thing is, though, is he really wanted it. He stared and drooled at this thing for a good 20 minutes. And what it is it's basically a Camaro. Just a plain stock Camaro with a candy paint job. And then it also has like a red line around the wheels, sort of like you see on normal Hot Wheels. And then just Hot Wheels logos all over the car. It's just crazy. And he wanted one for a good long time. So, but anyway, this Mustang is essentially a 2005 model Mustang with a rear diffuser. That's all it looks like to me. So, but now we get to go to the cars that I'm actually interested in and looking forward to. And first up, we have the 2016 Jeep TrailCat, which is basically a lifted Wrangler with a Hellcat engine. And my God, it looks so good. If I was rich and I wanted an off-road toy, this is what it would be. Just look at it. Just appreciate it for a little bit. There we go. We appreciated it. I'm not even necessarily like a huge Jeep fanboy because I know my favorite car in this game is the Jeep CJ5 because it just works so well, and I'm drooling over this car. But in real life, I wouldn't really want a Jeep. What I want is I want a truck, I want a sports car, and maybe a luxury sedan of some kind. Those are the three cars that I want. Jeep is not on the list. I want a 4x4 truck, a two-wheel drive, two-seater sports car. I don't know what it would be, like maybe a S2K or a 350Z if I make a little bit of money more down the line, Jaguar F-Type. And then a luxury sedan like a Lexus or a Mercedes or a BMW, something just a little bit modified that's a little bit more comfortable to drive. So, but if I had a lot of money, I would buy one of these as an off-road toy. Now we get to the car that everybody's been waiting for, which is the Zenvo ST1, a car that takes an entire year to build. And they only build one of these a year. With a price tag of $1.5 million, this is sure to be one of the most exclusive cars in the market today. It is fast, it is sexy, it is expensive. What more could you want? Well, I guess we could say we want it to be cheap. Like, if a Zenvo ST1 cost 20 grand, I would go out and buy one immediately. So, but, yeah. Then we get to the car that I'm actually considering buying one of these. And this is the 2007 Toyota Hilux, which you guys might know as the unbreakable car from Top Gear. You know, the one they threw in the ocean, set on fire, dropped off a building. That one? Yeah, that one. Well, here in the States, it's referred to as the Toyota Tacoma, which is a nicer version of the Hilux. The Hilux is made to be more durable, and it's usually... I read online that the Tacoma is used in nicer places, and the Hilux is used for places where it's going to be used mostly as a work truck. So, however, though, this one is actually the Arctic Trucks AT38, which is... Arctic is a company that basically takes a truck, and they go ahead and modify it. So what they did is they took a Hilux, modified it for the snow. Perfect for Blizzard Mountain, right? Why didn't they have it then? These trucks have been everywhere from the deserts to the poles, which is just absolutely amazing. Then we get the Charger E49, which was the only vehicle ever to be completely designed by Chrysler of Australia. The Charger was referred to as a bullet on wheels by the Australian Minister of Transportation, and this essentially marked the death of the Australian muscle car. Now, this car I'm not really super excited about. It's just another muscle car, and I'm not necessarily a muscle car fan, but apparently it did have the highest acceleration for 27 years, which is a pretty damn good record, I will say. So, and then finally we come to our last car, which a lot of people have been looking forward to, and this is the Pagani Zonda R, which is a stupidly expensive track car that you can't drive on the road. It's sort of like the Ferrari XXs, which if you guys aren't familiar, like there's the Ferrari FXX and the 599XX, where you can't actually drive it on the road, but you own it, and you can't even have it at your house, but you own it. You have to call Ferrari and tell them you're going to this track, and if they got time, they'll bring it to you. So that's pretty much how it goes. You know, it's not road legal. It's a stupidly expensive toy that the owners aren't ever even going to use, which is just a shame. Well, I mean, I guess at least we get to use them in this game, so that's pretty damn good. Anyway, though, I think that's where we're going to wrap it up for today. If you guys liked the video, go and make sure to hit that like button down below for us, because you guys already know your support is so greatly appreciated. And make sure to subscribe for more videos coming out all the time. Thank you guys so much for watching. Peace out.